Joining me, like usual, is Midland 1072 Productions. Hello,
But
Midland.
but I thought you were joining me.
No, I am here.
Because I said we were going to be on the QNS, so that means you would be joining me.
But I'm on the Beauty Railroad. I'm on my railroad.
What is this?
A center for ants.
Maybe. See, I thought you would be joining me, not me joining you.
No.
Maybe we're joining each other.
Whoa.
Oh. A novel concept.
Yes. So, back in the Blue Ridge and Western. So, off camera, have done a little bit of stuff. We've got another set of logs down here. We've got stuff at the sawmill that needs to do its thing, and
Concept.
you know, also running passengers because passengers make me money. Speaking of money, we're
DRP's here in my town.
Huh. Currently at 6,000 in debt on my save. So.
Road ports. You know, my save, we're getting passenger trains rolling.
Wait, are we both independently streaming our own saves?
I think we are, because I explicitly said my plan was on the QNS, so.
My plan was on the BR&W. Huh. Well, let's put out the ping. Let's see who else we get.
Also, I like how Carl works for you and not for me.
Carl is my best friend. I paid him $5.
Clearly. Well, here's the thing. I actually pay Carl so we can have extra features, and he doesn't like me, apparently.
Yeah, that'll show you, Carl. So. Yes, and hello Urban Rally Racer, hello Luke Kitty, JSJ Inc. 284 Muskowski. Big Bad John says, hi, don't bin anything. We never bin things on this railroad. That never happens.
Never happens on
Yes.
the QNS. Well, it does happen on the QNS a little bit. Less so than, which is good, but...
What the hell was that?
Oh, probably should fix that. Hold on.
All I heard was a female voice going, "Okie dokie," and I got very concerned because I didn't know who that.
Oh,
what that was.
it's BMAC. Hi, BMAC.
Hello.
Hey, BMAC, you should totally help me on the QNS.
What are we doing? There's
We're-
chaos.
We're running trains.
The chaos is Midland and I are both in the same Discord channel, yet we're in two completely different railroader safes.
Yes, because I said first that I was streaming on the QNS tonight, and then Angry's like, well, I'm going to stream on the not QNS tonight.
Yes.
Do I need a mod pack?
For both of ours, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So, chaos part. Wait a minute. How does this work? I actually can't do chaos.
If you're wondering the mod pack, it's in Railroader Mods. So.
Okay. Hey. Following mods. Okay. Yep. I can get that. Ooh. Do that again.
No, I'm gonna have to do some fun things because I'm adding some cars to a train that I wasn't exactly planning on it, but you know, plans change.
So what you need is a GP38.
See, that's actually one of the mods I don't have.
Well, someday.
Someday. And I do hear the F units are now public.
I heard something about that. Oh no, we lost. Wait.
We lost?
Me? Angry. Angry ran away.
Why did Angry run away?
Well, I don't know. Streaming channel 2. I guess we're not.
I guess we're not cool kids.
Oh well.
Maybe he wants to. Talk, maybe he wants to talk about it.
Yeah. Well. I'm gonna have to go get mods down. That's gonna be too much tuna. Ah.
Angry left. Why'd Angry leave us?
Oh, it got too chaotic. It's fine. Well, guess I don't know. Hold on. We'll just pull up.
Hold on.
Why did I just Google your? I'm bad at.
Oh,
computer.
Grimsdale's here, DRP's here, Talia's here too. Welcome, guys.
It's a lot easier. Hey, look, live.
So for context, BMAC, we are running. Somebody did a thing. Grimsdale did a thing.
How Grimsdale did the thing.
Your return for $2 and maybe a mod vid for dummies. Maybe, possibly. I would definitely need to figure out how to do that, but possibly, yes.
Yeah. I should not watch the stream while. Hold on. All right, so I should not watch the stream while you're, because that gets there's two things happening at the same time. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So some mods are you take the zip file and you unzip it and you throw it in a folder in Railroader and you're done.
Yes.
Another types of mods you download a thing that takes the mod and unzips it and does all the things and injects it directly into your game files.
Yes.
And depending on which version you get of that, your antivirus program may or may not like that. Some do, some don't. I don't. I'm not an expert. It depends, and I'm not an expert on this.
Exactly. I'm not an expert either. The mods confused me.
Yes.
Right now, I'm adding some passenger cars that need to go back to Bryson. 2 need to go to Bryson, and another needs to just get on the train and be a passenger car.
Interesting. I recently purchased a book about this locomotive that you're using right now.
And Grimsdale, with any luck, Windows Defender's all you need
Yes.
for antivirus.
Yes. Some. Some. Not gonna go recommending any antivirus software to anybody. Anyway, so
So how are you, BMAC?
I am fine. So I said I recently picked up a book called The Operating Manual for 600 and 1,000 horsepower switching locomotives and General Motors division of EMD,
Excellent.
circa 1950 something or other.
Excellent.
Uh,
As one does.
Yes, as one does. and then I went ahead and bought like 4 others. Jeep 7, Jeep 9,
Mhm.
F7, and E7.
Nice. Andrew does MC. I appreciate your willingness to donate, but please know that you do not have to. Now, if you're wanting to and can't, I suggest try figuring out something on your Google Payments side. Seeing what's expired and what's not. And that might be it. And yes, Grimsdale, the great Fairman Thor himself says so. Thor is wonderful people. And has wonderful advice. Otherwise known as pirate software. Yar. Yes, 17. I'm aware there's a fusee in the gauge.
Yeah, it's fine. Excuse me.
I think I can solve a small loco into an 80s S10. Grimsdale, you're welcome to try and shove a 6-cylinder EMD block into an S10, but that's entirely up to you. Also, oh! Bandan? Is that Bandan? It is Bandan.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you figure out the mod situation?
I think I got the mods figured out.
Okay, well, we'll find out if you can see trains or not.
One sec. Well, I see trains here in Whittier.
Okay, what trains do you see in Whittier?
Right now, I see a bunch of boxcars over at the sawmill. I see 2 hoppers at the coal dock. Let's switch to overhead view.
Do you see one at... Do you see, like, a locomotive of any kind?
I do not seem to see a locomotive of any kind.
You said you're in Whittier, right?
Yeah, East Whittier, yeah. Let me go
Okay,
over to
head up
Whittier.
to Connolly Creek. L2. Head up to L2.
Alright.
You should see a
Ooh,
locomotive attached to empty, or vaguely empty, coal hopper, or not coal hoppers, log cars.
I see a tender and a bunch of vaguely empty log cars, but the engine seems to be missing. Okay, apparently I'm missing a mod.
You can see the tender?
I can see the tender. I do not see the engine.
Do you have Casey's tender swap mod?
I do not. So that's
I
probably
would-
what I'm missing.
I would message her about getting it.
Alright, one sec.
Are you in her server?
I thought Bandan was.
I don't think I'm in Casey's server specifically.
Hmm.
You will have to message her for the mod pack.
Yeah.
Not
The
sure.
full mod pack?
I don't know which mod pack it's in. Although, is the Tender Swap mod up on the...
Tender swaps might be on Nexus.
I feel like I've seen it on Nexus. Let me go take a look.
I feel like it is on Nexus.
Because that would
rings a
usually
bell.
when the engine or the tender disappears, that's usually the reason why.
That rings the locomotive bell. Goes ding, tick, tick, ding,
Ding.
tick, tick,
Ding.
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 Steal one from the captain. Never underestimate an S10. Yeah.
Tender
Ooh.
swaps. That looks like it.
There you go.
Oh, check the author because there's some.
CJ.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's been yes.
Yeah. There's been copycats.
Don't steal mods, people. It's not.
Don't steal mods. Stealing mods is
Alright.
bad. Don't steal them.
Let me jump out while I go do that.
Sounds good.
Later. See you in a little bit.
See you
I'll
soon,
still be in chat. I
hopefully.
just need to get the thing.
Oh
So BMAC, do you have mods?
no. I mean, I could go Casey's mods. That's pretty easy. I got access to the thing. But then it's just like, then I have to go. Gosh.
But then you're not here playing.
Yeah, just hanging out. I don't know. leaving feedback on my stuff that's arrived from the eBay.
From the eBay.
Kids don't get any. Ladies and children and peoples of all ages don't get an eBay account. It's bad.
It's just bad for the wallet.
It's bad.
It is.
There's so many things to collect.
KR is here, welcome. For Andrew Does MC, I don't know what to say on that front then. I know sometimes Google requires verifications and stuff. But if they're not getting back to you, I don't know. Alright.
I had an issue with donating dollars. Those cars on the ground back there. They
Which
look like
cars?
they're on the ground, all the way at the back of the train. Behind you, behind the camera. No, the passenger train.
The passenger train?
The one you were just at that you're now flying away from.
No. Nothing's in the dirt.
Hi. Watching the right stream.
I mean, my stream is delayed, but...
Oh, my brain. Oh, brain hurt. Brain hurt. Okay.
But no, none of these cars are in the dirt. The train would not be moving if they were.
Oh, yeah, no, it just... The ones at the back looked like they were, like, I don't know if there was, like, a weird angle. I'm sorry.
You made me very concerned. Momentarily.
Oh, God, I'm not even live on your stream for some reason. Oh gosh! Wow. See, I'm bad at the. Yeah, chaos. Yep. Well.
Alright, let's do a take 2.
Oh god, yeah, no. Brass trains also.
Brass train's bad.
I mean, every once in a while you get a deal, but sometimes not so much. I mean, I think it was a Derek W. C25, C21. They were like, oh, it doesn't run, so I got like for not bad price at all.
Yeah.
And then I took the boiler off, and I was like, huh, well, the drive tube is dry rotted out, gone. I take some fuel line from the RC airplane, and I slide. It's like 2mm fuel line. You just cut a little piece, and you slide over one end, slide over the other end, and kind of like wiggle the motor mounts around until everything all lines up, same parallel thing, and yeah.
I think I found the train.
You found train?
If I can get into it!
He's trying to get
There we
into the
go.
train.
Yeet.
Here we see the Bandan trying to get into the Mikado.
There we go.
The problem is it's not an E7.
Problem.
All right.
F7. There's no E7s.
Alright, what do you need me to do?
Run logs, please.
Alright.
Poor favor.
Alrighty, so it looks like we got some
Run
there ready
logs,
to go.
poor favor.
Alright, I've got 12 now.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
Or is it
Oh.
on automatic?
It was on AI. Here, it is now. It should.
Oh, you probably need to give me permissions.
I probably do. That would probably help. Here, you are now that person. Congrats. Have fun running the choo-choo.
Thank you.
Which means I can now jump up to Alarka and be like, choo-choo.
Well, I am probably not going to add much to this conversation. So I'm going to dip. Good chatting with y'all.
Okay.
And dippy dips. Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with the mod loader thing right now. I got to figure out how it is. It's already 9 p.m. And,
Well, have a good one, B-Mac. Enjoy. Thank you for
Yep.
being here as long as you were.
Later.
Bye.
Bye. I guess that's true. I'm on the West Coast, so it's only 6 for me.
No, it's not that late for you.
All
Right now,
so-
I'm juggling trains. I'm juggling all of the trains. How many trains? Yes, all of them.
All right, and
So
that's right.
for
You're
some
on the-
background, Bandan, since you have never operated on this railroad before, we don't run trains willy-nilly, if that makes sense.
Kind of, yeah.
What we do is I have a Robinson Gap train, I have a Silva to Alarka. I call it the fast freight, but it drops off cars in Whittier and Bryson and Alarka.
And
And-
then you've got locals for each of those places.
The yard jobs handle everything.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the
Yep.
yard jobs handle everything else. And then we got the passenger trains.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
as a
that's
result,
kind of-
we basically run kind of a minimum number of trains, but also we don't.
Yeah. That's kind of what I've got on my railroad, the Longview, Portland, and Northern. Although in my case, you've got passenger trains, you've got one each way freight from Whittier to Andrews, and then you've got some local stuff in between.
Excellent.
And let me tell you, red marble is hard.
There's a reason this railroad is not going to Red Marble.
No. Although they've added some industries near Natahala. I wonder if it would be worth getting those. The rock place near Hewitt looks like it takes a lot of cars.
I think it does. I'm not sure.
I've also discovered that now I've got so much railroad it takes me several days just to play one day.
Yes, for me as well. Like if I get 4 people on this railroad, we can power through everything there is needed to do in about like 3 hours. But if it's just me, it takes me multiple play sessions.
Yeah. I'm just impressed I can run Whittier to Andrews with one person.
Oh, you go all the way to Andrews. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get over Red Marble Grade until you go past Natahala.
Gotcha.
I am kind of thinking I might try restarting at some point and still do Whittier to Andrews but skip the Alarka branch. I feel like that would save a lot of switching.
Potentially, can you do that though?
You can.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
You
don't-
can because you don't have to build. You don't have to build the Y, do you?
You don't have to build the Y, and you also don't have to build the branch beyond the Y. That's 2 separate milestones, I believe.
Okay. So that might be an idea.
Yeah,
0 passengers rating, reverse.
because then you could also keep the Y and still have your yard to sort out the coal cars going which way.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm at the Y in Whittier. Can I get clearance to go into the sawmill?
You're more than welcome to. The only thing you got to worry about is a westbound passenger train that is just now approaching Wilmot.
Oh yeah, I'll be fine. Gotta make sure to reline my switches though.
Why is 16 stop for refusee? Oh, because dummy me put 1 down. That would be why. Be aware there is no signaling on this railroad.
Okay. There's none on mine either.
$95 brains are cold. Says rolling. Oh, jeez. Sorry to hear that, Grimsdale. Oh, and yeah, Tamaret, that does happen, unfortunately. Happens out here on the east, too. If you don't get undercoating and your car sorted. So Bandon, just be aware, as you are probably aware on this railroad, our primary mode of power is the form of 6 Mikados and 2 210-2s, as well as 2 SW1s, a Jeep and a coach masquerading as a doodlebug, and an SW and a caboose masquerading as an inspection car.
Okay.
And that. Oh, and we have 2 moguls. We have a small mogul and a big mogul. Big mogul is yard power up in Alarka. The small mogul is the executive engine.
Okay.
Meaning it only gets used for executive duties.
Ah, yes, of course, executive duties.
Which is funny because the executive cars are currently on the back of 17's passenger train. So, there's that. If at some point you could get all the interchange cars together, that would be most helpful.
Yep, I'm going to drop these log cars and then I'll go pull the interchange cars out of the sawmill.
Gotcha. Cool. Sounds like a plan. We like this plan.
That is one thing to deal with at Andrews, is now you have 2 interchanges and you'll have cars going both ways you have to sort out.
Yeah, I kind of like only having to deal with one. I don't...
Yeah. It does make the yard in Bryson kind of handy, though.
It does. It very much does. It also just... It's kind of complicated, and I don't like it.
That is also true. Which is why I'm also thinking if I don't do Whittier Andrews on a future playthrough, I might just do Whittier Natahala. Keep the 1 interchange, but still get all the businesses around Hewitt, because you do get the nice big paperboard plan at Andrews. So then you actually have use for the cordwood.
Well, that's the thing. The Silva paperboard does the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is the one thing I'm contemplating. Like, I have not activated really any industries in and around Silva. Purely because I don't have the cars. I have 0 pulpwood cars on this road.
Yeah. But also, having an industry that big practically requires a separate job and engine in and of itself.
Yeah, that's true, it does. Alright, this is gonna get fun. Alright. You do have your passenger train that you need to worry about approaching you.
Okay, let me make sure that's not going to run through the yard real quick. Nope, that is line for the main line.
Good.
That's line for the main. And that's lined for the main. So it is clear to the depot at Whittier.
Cool. Alright. I'm just getting some things lined up for not just the freight train I'm currently on, but the passenger train that's following, not close behind it, but you know, a couple miles behind it.
Yeah.
Nice, calm playthrough.
Yeah, I try to avoid chaos, although I did have an issue the other day with something binning it horrifically.
Something or someone?
Something. What happened is I had my helper shoving a train over red marble, had it cut out with an MU'd, but then when I sent it back down the hill, I forgot to cut the brakes back in.
Oops. So it went wee
It went wee crunch, 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 crunch.
at the bottom of red marble, or just not
It
even?
only, not even. And then it did it a couple more times before I figured out what happened.
Oh, so you were going like, wait, why is this train derailing?
Yeah.
And suddenly the train was still derailing.
And the brakes wouldn't work, and that's when I realized, oh, wait. Passenger trains coming through East Whittier.
Excellent. The majestic passenger train.
You had the sandbox in the baggage cars, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I haven't tried doing sandbox yet.
I do it because it's the only way. I don't like having to like cheese in equipment, but sometimes the only way you can get equipment is to cheese it in.
Yeah.
Like the extra 2 sidings up in Bryson.
Ah.
You know those 2
In
stuff,
Bryson?
or not Bryson, up in Dillsboro.
Right, those ones. Next to the regular yard.
Yeah, you have to cheese those in, and I mean I'm not a fan of having to do that, but at this current point in the game's development, that's what you have to do.
Yeah. Hopefully at some point those baggage cars get a use and they put them in the campaign mode.
I hope so. I also hope we get a combine. I want my combines.
Combine would be good.
Give me my combines. Gib.
I think a USRA mic would also be good to have.
Just
I do.
not
I
even a
do love my
USRA. Not even, well, basically a USRA, but not even a USRA. Just give Southern 4501.
Give us a big mic. I do like my not 19, but a bigger mic would be nice.
Legally distinct 19.
Yep.
We have
It's still funny how there's 2 of those that ran in Oregon.
18 and 19?
Well, no, there was 2 different Mikado 19s from logging railroads that ran in Oregon.
Oh. Well then.
Yeah, you had Oregon Pacific and Eastern 19, which is the one this one's based off of, which was also Wairika Western 19, McLeod 19, probably a couple other 19s. And then, of course, you had the Sumter Valley 19.
Oh. That makes sense. Which is still there.
Which is still there.
Currently undergoing a 1472?
Yeah. And hopefully back in service within the next couple of years.
Gotcha. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. This year would be really nice, but no promises.
This year would be really nice, but potentially wishful thinking.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We all love our Heisler too. Well, Heisler 3, but yeah.
It's Heisler 3, but we like the Heisler 2. Also, hello, Jonathan Coleman.
Whose save was it? No, it was Bacon's save. That's right. We actually figured out how to name one of the mics, not 19.
Like on the number?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I think, because I think what it is, yeah. You can have numbers or letters in your road number, you just can't have spaces.
Okay.
So, for example, if you will look at the engine I am running, it is now not 12.
Oh god. Please don't destroy 12. Please.
I'll flip it back. I just wanted to demonstrate.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it makes the number plate in the front look pretty funky.
I imagine it would. That makes sense, Jonathan Coleman. The Masters was last week. So either they're coming back or they're going away. Because NS decided we're going to run Heritage units on the OCS instead of dedicated OCS units. Which, I mean, on one hand might be good. On one hand might not be good. You know. I can understand it.
Alright, I'll change that back now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Muchas gracias.
Okay. Cars from the sawmill are now sitting at interchange. So I'll go grab the inbound cars and get those switched.
Thank you. Can you also at some point get the cars out of Stenzel and everything?
Yep, I'll get those next.
Sounds like a plan. If you see a coal hopper by a coal loader that says For Silva interchange, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna deal with that in a different way. And by in a different way, not today. Oh, thank you, Ice of the Blue Line. I would appreciate that. And actually, Jonathan Coleman, no, it's not. The NS's OCS is based out of Altoona. All the equipment there is for that. It went to Atlanta for the Masters. Okay. The one downside of doing what I'm doing, it does mean I'm gonna have to switch with a 210-2, but oh well. Because I have to put 2 cars at Ella, because I like taking the Ella cars to Bryson and then getting them on the eastbound. Because sure, it doesn't give you as big of a money bonus, but it's just so much easier to deal with.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
It's just so much easier to deal with.
I mean, just remember, there was that one road that had 010-2 switchers, so a 210-2 isn't that much different.
Well, the Union was weird. The Union was a weird railroad. Alright, the 16's at Hemingway, and the 17's at Ella. Tim's383, hello. Welcome. Welcome to our special late night stream. Late night edition. Definitely won't be a long one. I think at most I'm probably going to be going until about 10 o'clock. Mainly because I need to sleep. But, hey, it's a stream. We're streaming. It's Railroader. It's at a more convenient time. Ice or limes. Jonathan Coleman, I'm likely not going to make it to that train show. I just don't have the time. Plus, they don't really have a whole lot that I would really want anyway. Not saying it's a bad train show, it's just not my kind of train show.
I have heard York is a pretty big one.
York is pretty big, but it's usually just like O scale and everything. There's not a whole lot of HO or nothing.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So it's like when you model HO and HON3, it's like I don't have anything here that interests me. So
yeah. It is fun how prevalent O gauge is on the East Coast, but then again, Lionel's factory was over in the New Jersey area.
it's actually in Philadelphia, I think.
Philly? Thought it was in Jersey.
I think
Somewhere
both,
over that way.
I think both Lionel and Bachman are out of Philly, as far as I'm aware.
I know Bachman's in Philly, but I mean the Lionel factory also used to be over there. So of course it was close and convenient for anyone who wanted trains.
Trains.
Alright, how many of these? 6.
Now the fun part is, am I going to be able to fit this into the lead without fouling anything? And the answer is probably no, so I'm just going to flick the switch that way and deal with it that way. That's understanding Bigs and Hobbies. Ray Nemo, thank you for being here. As long as you are able. Meanwhile, the passenger trains are slowly approaching, menacingly. Everything is converging here at Bryson. Well, the big question becomes, do I try and sneak... Thank you, Bandan, for all that money.
There's more coming. That's only half the cars. Ah, okay. Based out of New York with a factory in New Jersey.
Gotcha. Used to be. For some reason, I thought they were in Philly now. Alright. Now the question is, Bandan, do I wait and try and sneak this freight out in front of the passenger train, only to have to basically wait for the passenger train anyway at Ella? Or do I wait for the passenger train at Bryson and then just not have to deal with it, hopefully?
Well, it looks like the on 17's train is currently blitzing through Gov Island.
Yeah, they're both...
Oh, okay.
They are both
And
on the way.
16's got the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm missing a mod then, because on the map all I see is 16, not her cars.
Really?
That'll be interesting when that'll be
Oh, do
interesting
you
when
not
it
have the
gets here.
charter caboose mod, maybe?
I got the charter caboose mod, I thought.
You
I
should
definitely
be able to see
downloaded
those
it.
cars.
Well, let me pause and teleport over there and see if I see.
Oh,
Nope, I just see the engine jerking around a lot. I might be missing another mod. That's okay. We'll deal with it later.
yeah, they're... I guess I'll have to keep you updated on train position. At least so you you can see something out of that train.
Yeah. I would say... I think you could probably get 20 out ahead of the charter caboose train.
You think?
I think so. You'll have to go really quickly, but then you can get into the hole at Ella and let it go by and then do your switching.
That's true.
And that is another complication, I guess, with having the Alarka Junction and the main line to Natahala and Andrews is your passenger service gets kind of tricky
Yeah.
because you have to figure out meets. What I ended up doing is I'll run my passenger trains thusly. I'll have one leave Whittier for Andrews. When it gets to Ella, I'll run a train from Alarka to Whittier and then start another one from Andrews to Whittier.
Gotcha.
And yeah, and then when the Alarka train gets to at Hemingway, usually, sometimes at Alarka Junction, the Alarka to Whittier train will deposit any passengers going to points west. And then when it comes back, the train from Andrews will drop off any Alarka bound passengers at Hemingway for it to pick up. And the timing works really well, usually.
Gotcha.
But you do have to manually do everything. I think I've heard there's a mod to make it automatic, but I haven't tried it.
There before the passenger AI got better, there was a mod for passenger stuff. I don't know if that's still really a thing. I wonder if part of the issue is, Bandan, you have a... When did you download the Charter Caboose mod?
Just before I got on.
I wonder if there's a new version and you have the newer version.
That is possible. More money.
We like this. We like more money. Alright. You just came to a stop. So I guess I'm gonna try and sneak 20 out in front of this train.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna take my stuff over to Whittier and try and get those switched out.
Gotcha.
'Cause I've got 2 for Stenzel and 1 for the house track. We'll start with Stenzel.
We're making some money here, though. Oh, 8 grand. Hey, Bandan. Guess what we get to do?
I think I know what you get to... Ah! Wrong button. I think I know what you get to do.
Pay down the
Pay
debt.
down the debt.
Pay down.
Pay down the debt.
We were able to pay... Oh, I should not have paid it down as much as I did. Oh well. We'll make it work.
Ah, you're fine.
We got...
You got 9.5 hours to make more money.
We have 9.5 hours, and I have a massive train going to the interchange. So... We'll probably be okay. So you can see 16. You can't
Yes.
see the rest of the train.
No.
Gotcha.
I mean, as long as I can see the front of the train, I'm fine, right?
Well, right now the front of the train is 16's tender.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait. Are the charter caboose by the engine side or the tender side?
They're by the engine side.
Okay. Okay, now I see it on the stream.
Yeah. The problem is now guess what I have, Van Dam?
Lots of meats coming up.
Oh, not lots of meats. Meats are fine. I literally have a passenger train chasing me.
Oh.
It is literally
Run!
It is literally chasing me. Not figuratively. Literally.
I guess it made a faster stop than I expected.
No, the stop basically the freight was held up while the westbound passenger train came in, which
Okay.
delayed it to when just before until just before the eastbound.
Okay. There.
So it's one of those. The timing would have worked had the eastbound been quicker.
Alright, I've got space to get in the hole there. Stenzel's got 2 outbound cards. Hall feels fine.
Also, at some point, the passenger train behind me will need water, likely at Whittier.
Okay. Check. Put that. Okay, that's line for the main.
Right now, I'm trying to get away from this passenger train. It's not working. They are literally like a half mile behind me.
Worst case, go in the hole at Gov Island.
Yeah, we'll be fine. This might just require a larger application of air than necessarily desired. The chase is on. Yes, Grimsdale. Da 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 da. Alright, I need to majorly start hitting the brakes here. Because I'm about to go into a 30 at 45.
That sounds less than ideal, especially with that big of an engine.
Yeah.
Those Connolly Creek cars are emptying fast. By the time I'm done, they'll be ready to go back up.
Yeah, that's that's either a tier 4 or a tier 5 sawmill. I think I kept it at tier 4 because I didn't think I'd be able to keep up with a tier 5.
It's doable. It's a little difficult.
And the problem was I've kind of run down my L2. So I now have the 5-car set at L1, and I have a 7-car set up at L3 to try and use those more to allow L2 to recover.
Okay.
But I worry that, like, they're all just going to run dry at some point, and I'm just going to be screwed.
I mean, mine's at tier 5, and I have yet to run Connolly Creek dry.
I ran L2 dry by just running it too much.
Yeah, if you run one too much, it'll happen, but if you can keep it balanced, I'll usually do an L1, L2 set, and then an L3 set.
Gotcha. Alright, I made it to Ella.
Yay!
I made it. The switch is thrown. The passenger train can proceed.
I guess if there's a passenger train coming my way, I better not be kicking any cars.
Yeah, there's an eastbound passenger coming your way. Just, like, be aware of it.
Yep.
Alright, where are these cars for? Are they for here? Oh, finally! I have not had cars for that siding in so long. Literal in-game days have gone by, and I haven't had cars for the Ella House ER1. And I was just like, okay. And finally I get to.
It also makes it a lot easier to switch with the big engine.
Yeah. I still need to get the ones off of the other track, but you know, close enough.
Minor issue.
How much is still in this? Oh. And I'm only grabbing one car from here. Dang it. Or chunk. Oh, what does that mod do, Jonathan Coleman? Is it like a map mod? If so, I don't know that I necessarily want to get it, because I know, or at least I hope that they're updating it, and I don't know how that messes with things.
I've heard that map updates pretty much destroy any map update mods that you've got installed.
Regardless of like where it's for.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That just personally sounds like a little too big of a risk.
It's a shame, because there are some really good ones out there. Or at least it looks like there are. There was one I saw the other day that added, like, 5 industries in the Bryson area.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen that one. Like in Bryson West or something?
Yeah, over by Appalachian. Alright, I guess I'll wait for the passenger train to come through before I drop this car in Ella House.
Ella House?
Or not Ella House, Whittier House.
Yeah.
Because passenger train will block that.
Wait, what did the Whittier... What? Who received what?
Uh,
Passenger fares. Okay, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't order a second interchange. Is the game just giving me one?
I mean, sometimes it does that, but usually not at 2:40 in the afternoon. Actually, I guess it used to do that, but now I think that makes you do it yourself.
It does. If you want an extra, you have to order it. Otherwise, it won't necessarily do it for you automatically. At least as far as I can tell. I may not have just gotten a big enough interchange to cause it.
Yeah, that's possible. Okay, I guess I'm holding here.
For the moment, yes.
Yep. And passenger train's going to be lined through the main line at East Whittier too.
Excellent. As it should be. If you're able... I know this might be tricky, but if you are able, could you take control of it at some point while it's over there and give it water at Whittier?
Yeah, I'll grab it once it stops at the station.
Or actually, hold on. I can probably take care of it.
Okay.
Because I need to wait for you anyway. With this freight train.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've already got a nice long string of coal cars that interchange.
Yeah, that's the Robinson Gap train. That was from
yeah.
in-game this morning.
Okay. Yeah, and then you mentioned that you didn't have paperboard ready to go yet.
No, I don't have any pulpwood cars. I literally have 0. So it's like...
I still find it weird that they give you 2 pulpwood cars of the same capacity but different weights. Like, why? Why would you need the second when you've got the first?
Yeah. If they both hold the same, you might as well get the lighter one so you can hold more of them.
Yep.
Unless you just like the styling of the other one.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
Here's passenger train.
yep, there's passenger train, although I have to watch your stream to see it. In-game, it's currently frozen at the start of the curve for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's currently at the crossing. Or close to it. Okay. I'm gonna do what they call a pro gamer move. Or at least try to do what they call a pro gamer move.
Spot it right at the tower.
Right at the tower while it's unloading the passenger cars.
Oh, hey, it is at the crossing now.
Yeah, I think it's just something with the charter caboose. I think you
Yeah.
might have a newer version than I do. Which is my bad for not keeping it updated, but I wish the modding system was just like Steam Workshop. Because
Yeah,
then it
that
would
would
just
be nice.
auto-update.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Dear game developers, if you want mod support for your games on Steam, please make the mods like Steam Workshop compatible. Please, thank you. Just makes it easier on us random folk.
Okay, just for kicks.
If you wanted to, you could sneak around the front of this train.
Yeah, I guess I'll try doing that. I think that'll speed things up for me.
Because the siding's not blocked.
And even if it was, by the time I get out and back and around, you'll be but gone,
Pretty
or
much.
the passenger train will be gone.
In theory.
In theory.
Lots of Silva to Wilmot people. Nobody going that way. Did we already get paid? We did.
Just for kicks, I opened the buy menu. Do the charter caboose have any separate tab than the regular caboose?
They end up in the passenger car section.
Okay, so I probably didn't get the mod downloaded right because I don't see him up there. So it could be it's just me.
It could be. It could also just be me not having... Oh no, it is in the caboose section. My apologies. The charter
Okay.
version's underneath the original version.
Okay, I just see the original version.
Okay, so you either have a newer one or don't have it. And I would say you probably have a newer one. If I had to guess.
Okay. Okay, I'm seeing it on the stream now, yeah.
Alright, this tender's almost loaded with water, so... One way or another, I'll be out of your way shortly. And then I'll be in your way again. Wahaha!
Yep.
How does he do it? Answer. With multiple trains. Alright, that's on its way. Back to the 20. As for ending the stream, I think I'm going to end the stream when I get this train to the interchange. That sounds like a fair thing to do.
Okay.
So if you like the stream, remember to like if you liked it, or consider subscribing, and or donating if you're willing and able. It's not required, but it's greatly appreciated. Or become a member. Same kind of things along that. But yeah, we're about an hour and 10 minutes into this, and we're running trains. Trains are in fact running. If they weren't running, I'd be kind of concerned. Also, consider joining the Discord. We do, in fact, have a Discord. It's linked in the description below. You just might need to hit the See More button. I don't know if it's necessarily at the very top. If it isn't, I may need to rework my descriptions. Alright, Ben, be aware there's a massive freight train barreling at you.
Yep. I noticed. House track has been deposited. Just gotta grab my 2 cars and sprint back to Whittier Yard.
Sprint!
I got plenty of time.
Very nice, Jonathan Cole. Yay, friendship on the rest. Yes.
Ooh. Ooh, big boy.
Big boy.
I might try and go see that when it's in Roseville.
Yeah, because unfortunately it's not making its way closer towards you, is it?
No.
Because they looked at it and was like, yeah, we can't really do that.
Pretty much. The sad thing is, when they did it in 2023, or when they were planning it in 2023, Jim Rinn worked out a really fun deal with them, where the idea was between Portland and Boise, they would take a day and stop in La Grande, which used to be like a subdivision point. I think it still is, subdivision and crew change point.
Yeah.
Then while it would take one day and be stopped but not on display in La Grande, so they could do maintenance and such. And then while they were doing that, the Sumter Valley was going to do a photo charter with the Heisler, presumably to help get all the rail fans off their backs.
Yeah. Presumably.
I mean, big contrast between massive giant steam locomotive and little wood-burning Heisler. But I suspect a lot of people chasing the big boy have not seen the Heisler either.
Yeah. And
But
then,
sadly they canceled it, and so we didn't do the photo train either. It was in the middle of the week, so kind of awkward timing.
yeah. Like, if you were going, if the publicity was going to be there, you might as well do it, but
Yeah.
shame also Jim Rinn passed before that could really happen.
Yeah. Okay. Main or East Whittier, it's lined for the main. I'm getting these last two cars shoved on top of the other ones.
Alright. Are those cars in track 3 or track 2?
They are in 3. If the main is 1, they're in 3.
Okay. Could you, once you get those shoved there, line me for track 2, please?
Okay. Find that. So you're now heading on to 2.
Don't mind me just barreling through Whittier at 40. Yeah, Jonathan Coleman, the big boy would be neat to see. I would love to see it someday. I'm not like... The big boy is one of those engines I'm not like yearning to see it, but I want to see it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I have other priorities closer to home that are more important to me.
Okay, you are lined for 2 at Whittier Yard.
Yay, line for 2. And once I get out of here, you can deal with more logs. Because
Yep.
guess what's empty? But yeah, would I love to see 4014 someday? Yes, absolutely. Will I necessarily go out of my way to see it? Not at this point in my life.
Let's not forget that 2816 is also doing its thing starting in May, but
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere near it, unfortunately.
Yeah. And actually, Bandit, if we want to make this super quick, could you drag those cars onto the rear of my train?
Yeah, I can shove them onto the rear.
That'd be helpful. Thank you. Yeah, same with 2816. 2816 is a wonderful engine, and I would love to see it someday. But I'm not about to drop $300 to $600 in plane tickets to go do it. I have other priorities with my money.
Oh, okay. You're stopping there. I figured
Yeah.
you'd go past the yard and then.
Nah, I don't want to collect the main, even though technically nothing's coming.
Okay.
But yeah, the big boy in 2816 are just engines I would not. I don't feel I need to go out of my way to go see them. At least not at this point in my life now. You know, once I get to the age of 60 and it's like, oh, these things may never run again, then maybe.
Yeah.
Because also more disposable income, hopefully, at that point.
Hopefully.
But as far as traveling to go see trains, I have greater priorities closer to home with things I care more about. And hopefully that makes sense.
I feel really lucky that I've actually gotten to see 4449 running at speed.
Oh, during the South Bend trips?
Yeah, it was in 2012. Dad and I went to go chase it during one of the Bend trips.
Nice.
So I got video of it coming through Culver, which is a town between Redmond and Madras. It's not very big. I remember it mostly because I fractured my ankle there playing soccer once. It was a very shaky video I got, but it is up on YouTube on my channel. It's like the very first one.
Do we hear you screaming in pain?
No, that was a separate time.
Okay.
That was like the year prior, I think. Yeah. The sad part is I then missed the rest of the season just barely, and then they cut the soccer program.
No. That's
yeah.
less than ideal. And as for the
little more.
Yeah. As for the big boy coming east, Jonathan Coleman, I'm not worried about coming east. It is not an immediate need for me to go and see that engine.
All right, you are tied on. I'm gonna go get the log cars.
Have fun. Scene 44. I hope someday 4449 gets to stretch her legs again. I know
She will at some point.
at some point, like
Yeah, I'm a little more worried about SPNS 700. She's about the same size, but she really doesn't have as big of a draw. I guess I want to say 2013-ish. They tried to do an excursion with her, and they just couldn't sell enough tickets to make it worthwhile. But maybe now they could.
maybe now that Steam's not been running so much.
Yeah.
The issue with those engines is none of them have the PTC equipment. And if they're doing the Amtrak stuff, they either need PTC equipment or insurance, and then the insurance is all out the wazoo, and the logistics is out the wazoo.
Yeah. I think they're working on the PTC part, but insurance is pretty hard.
Yeah. Because you basically need to go through Amtrak's insurance company, if any Amtrak equipment's involved.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they were able to do all those excursions before, is because Amtrak would let them do it. I think the 4449 did make it out when they were shooting that film on BNSF, but which I still need to go see.
Oh,
But,
Train Time?
You know, yeah, but that was on BNSF insurance. Yeah, I tried to go see that once, and the theater nearest to me had stopped playing it early. Fortunately, the one in Portland is still playing it, so
Then I would go see it as soon as you can.
yeah, but it's supposed to be playing it through October, so I'm not feeling quite so stressed.
Next big Steam DRP is going to see is 2100 when it's done. 2100 is going to be weird if it's done. I have zero clue where they're going to run that engine. Because, I hate to say it, Cuyahoga is not big enough to support it. Well, it could. It supports 765. But Cuyahoga at the moment has its own issues, so I don't know that they would want to necessarily.
Track sliding into the river and all that.
Yeah. And, all around them is Class 1 track, so, okay, your next place is Indiana Northeastern, but slight problem. You would have to either infringe on or get a really potentially not great deal with the 765 crew, because they're the ones operating out of there. Which may be neat, who knows if they can pull that off. sending it east is not really viable because again, class 1 trackage, and I don't think they're putting PTC in it as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't heard
I mean,
anything
they
on
might.
that. So, 2100 is definitely one of those wait and see what happens engines for me. It's like, I definitely don't know the whole plan with that engine, and they haven't exactly said the whole plan with that engine, which I guess is understandable because they don't want to promise anything.
It'd be fun to get it over to Reading and Northern to double head with 2102.
Yeah, it would be. But
You'd
the
have
issue there
foamers out
is...
there.
The
You'd
issue
have
there...
foamers out there everywhere.
Oh, there already are. But the issue is you would have to have 2 different fuel types. And I have a sneaking
Oh, yeah,
suspicion the RNN would want pretty much all the revenue from that run.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that logistically would happen. It would be fun to see. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't be. It would absolutely be fun to see. But one of those things where the certain stars have to align in certain ways.
Yeah. Actually, the real foamer bait would be if you could get them to do a doubleheader up the RNN to Scranton and put them on display at Steamtown with 2124.
That would be fun. The issue there is you have to work out a deal with and to basically get over the NS from Taylor Yard to Scranton.
Doesn't Delaware Lackawanna also connect them?
To the 2NS in Scranton. They don't. The DL does not, to my knowledge, connect with the RNN.
Okay.
And the last time they sent an engine up there was 425 in 2013. And they had to send a diesel pilot, and there was a whole bunch of like rules they had to do. And I don't know that they would necessarily want to do it again because I could guarantee you those rules are a lot stricter than they were in 2013.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know that necessarily they would want to do something like that. Again, the rail fan in me would be like, yes, that would absolutely be cool and wonderful to see. The logistics nerd in me goes, where does one start?
Yeah.
Because I love about logistics. I love planning things and all that. So it's like when something like that comes up, it's just like, okay, let's think about this logically, and then all of a sudden, any creativity goes out the window.
Yep.
And then people go, "Oh man, why can't you just let us dream?" And it's like, well, because my brain works the way it does.
Actually, thinking of Delaware Lackawanna, they got the PA.
They did.
That'll also be fun to see once it's finished. I saw it in Portland many times.
Yeah, I think they're actually doing the mechanical on it, which would be neat.
Yeah, Doyle got it most of the way there, and at one point he didn't have it all hooked up, but he had the prime mover turned over.
Yeah. So I think they're doing that. I think they're painting it into. Are they painting it into DL colors? What are they painting it into?
I think they're gonna start leaving it in nickel plate, and then they'll repaint it later.
Okay. Jonathan Coleman, yes, O2 is going to Thuncanic for Founders Day, but that's the RNN side of Thuncanic, not the NSCP side with the viaduct. It's a different side. So that's all still RNN trackage. No partnership with NS or anything.
Alright, cars dropped at L1. Let's head up to L3, because I think those ones are ready.
Yeah, those ones should be. I just flew through Wilmot, so we're getting somewhere. Hey, we're back up to $6,600. Good.
They're going insane at the speed of crazy.
So we might get to pay down the debt one more time in this video when we drop these cars off. Meanwhile, here we are, running 1,600 tons. With a 210-2.
Good engine for it.
See, the thing is, like, this amount of train, the mic could handle it on the flattened level here. But then asking it to, like, go up the mountain, probably not a good idea.
Probably not.
Big Bad John's here. Welcome, Big Bad John. Ooh, are we gonna need water? Probably gonna need water. Which is fine, we can get water places. Where are our trains? Where are our trains? Okay, there's one in Silva approaching, and there's one in Alarka. Good. KFC Gaming's here too. Holy cow. Gang's all here. I feel bad for the truck at this crossing. Outside of Barker's. So he's just always been there. It's like, do we need to get him a tow truck or something? Like, he's just always there.
Maybe he just likes watching the trains go by.
Maybe. Even me, he's funny. That's probably true. Yes, KSC Gaming, the big choo-choo is here. This is one of two big choo-choos. Or 210-2s. We got Bandan here too, running logs for me, very helpfully.
Well, what else are you gonna have to stump Dodger do?
I mean, you do more than that. It's just very helpful at the moment that you're running logs. Apparently, I was in a trestle somewhere. We are now in Koei. Koei? One of the two.
Oh, that's right. I've got an Amazon package I need to pick up.
That would be nice.
So I will do that once you are done streaming.
Which will be soon, because we are approaching Dillsboro and then the interchange.
Yep. Yeah, I ordered some Bachmann track. So I can... Heist playing with his GS4 made me have an intense desire to play with mine, even though mine is a 20-year-old Bachmann one.
That's fair.
But I've got a few of the Athearn passenger cars to run with it.
Nice.
It's weird. My workplace likes to do small bonuses in Amazon cards, and then, regular bonuses in actual money.
Yeah.
But I hardly ever use Amazon. So I just get a pile up of Amazon cards until I put them in the account all at once, and then I can buy whatever I want.
That's a smart way to do it.
And then it's a shared family account, so whatever I don't use, I just tell Mom she can use it.
That's understandable. Well, in that case...
Alright.
I don't know.
Sure
I don't know if you're in the market for any model trains. However, in your DMs, it's about to go a list of the stuff I'm selling. And it didn't format it the way I wanted. How dare it? Un momento, por favor.
Oh,
There we go.
okay, there we go.
That's
Yeah,
your
that's-
member for 2 months.
Yeah, sadly that doesn't really look like anything I want. It's a little weird because I've got that, it's an HOGS4 of course, but these days I don't model HO very much. I mostly do N-scale and O and 30. I still have some HO, but I don't do a lot with it.
That's fair.
Yeah, well Dad's HO, so he's the one who got me started with that. But one of his friends growing up was an N-scale and he had an actual complete layout to run on. Otherwise, I probably would be HO.
That's fair. That makes sense. Well, if you see anything that strikes your fancy,
Alright,
you have the list.
thank you.
But Nazu, member for 2 months. Welcome. N-scale is cute and tiny. It is. It's a little too tiny for me.
Yeah, but it's really handy in college. I can set up... Several times in my dorm, I set up 3 or 4 loops on a pool table and just had multiple trains running around in circles.
Nice.
And everyone would watch and go, ooh.
They'd be like, trains? Trains.
Yeah.
Trains. Because secretly, everybody loves trains.
Oh, yeah.
Whether they realize it or not, they love trains.
I ought to get a new N-scale GS4. But I had one of the Kato first run ones, but unfortunately, they were not DCC friendly, and turns out they had some axle issues that are hard to fix.
That's always
So-
fun.
Yeah. So I think I could try and deal with it, but I think instead I'll probably take that one, make it a display model, and get a newer one when I can find one. They're kind of hard to find, too.
Yeah.
But I'm not in a rush, really. I
Yeah.
don't have layout, or a permanent layout to run it on anyway.
Yeah, so you got time.
Yeah. I'm about 2/3 of the way down the hill, so I'll definitely make it to the sawmill before you get to interchange.
Sounds good. I'm currently approaching. Silvana. I better make sure this switches around. I don't want to make that mistake again and destroy something.
Yeah, let's not.
I've done that once. I think once was enough.
I remember that time. Everyone was demanding chaos, and
I was
then
like,
we got
no, it must be chill vibes, and I'm just watching the engine, and all of a sudden, dunk.
Yeah.
It's like
I think you had about 3 seconds to scream, "Ah, no!" before that happened.
something like that. I think, or it was just something breaks.
Something
And-
like,
I'm
yeah.
just hoping I had more track, and then I didn't. Here we go through Silva paperboard. Why do we get the feeling there would definitely be a dip in the track right there at Silver Paperboard where the river hits it? There would definitely be a small dip.
Probably.
Yeah, it's a nice little engine. People hate on Southern, and rightfully so. But I love Southern. Southern's great. Southern valve gear is wonderful. Is it weird? Absolutely. But it makes for interesting movement, and I like it.
Let's line that back through the main. Don't need to send a passenger train up the Connolly Creek branch.
Nope. I'd prefer if you didn't. That would end badly. Alright, we're at the interchange. We're just going to send it down the center track and see what happens. Is it the Gremlin? Southern is weird. Southern has its quirks. But I like it, so that's my own problem.
Alright, give me a minute to get these cars in there, and then
Oh, I'm probably gonna have to
that'll
do
be
some.
done.
I'm probably gonna have to do some switching. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
gonna lie.
okay.
Just based on how this is about to shape up. Yeah, I'm 4 cars short
Oh.
from this train fitting. So I'm gonna have to pull forward, run around, and deal with it. But those cars get counted as delivered. So luckily this should not be much of a problem.
And logs are delivered.
Logs are delivered. All right. Chat, look away now. I'm gonna have to abuse some hitboxes here to do this, but this is or am I? Hold on. Hold on. Is it clear? Are we clear of the switchback here? No, not really. Now we are. Alright, how many cars do I need to take off and shove? 4. Okay. We should be okay. We don't have to abuse any hitboxes. No hitboxes were abused in the making of this live stream. No hitboxes were abused in the making of this live stream. Oh, hey, we have money. Guess what we get to do, Bandit?
I know what you get to do.
Yes.
Pay down the debt. Pay down the debt. Pay down the debt.
We're now only $91,000 in debt. Okay. And now we just shove this cut back. Oh yeah, this is gonna work a lot better. Don't mind me just shoving 2,000 tons. It's fine. We had to do it. Two nickels and some lint for your hitboxes.
3 nickels minimum.
3 nickels minimum. Alright. We have successfully arrived at the interchange and dropped cars off in a satisfactory manner.
Oh, very satisfactory. Millie has been cold in water and is sitting in the engine house at Whittier.
Excellent. Well, on that note, folks, I think we're going to take this time to end. Thank you to Bandan for joining me this evening. I know this is a little later than some people, so I want to thank everybody for joining this evening. If you liked the video, be sure to like it. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing. And if you so desire, become a member of the support crew. It just helps me out a little bit. For $5 a month, you get some cool extra perks, including some member-exclusive things where you are mentioned in the credits of published videos. You get published videos a week early, and a cool role in our Discord where you also get to see our stream schedule before everybody else gets revealed during the course of the week. And as well as some few other things that I need to catch up on, like thumbnails. But on that note, folks, Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening, and I shall see you again tomorrow at some time. It might be 3 o'clock as published, it might change, but I shall see you next time. Have a nice one. Goodbye.